Hello everyone, myself Tushar Jha. I am a student at JCCLC Kolkata. Currently I am a legal intern at Lexis and Company, and today in this video I am going to talk about the law of torts. So firstly we have to understand what is tort. So tort is a Latin word. Tort is a word which is derived from a Latin word. So Latin word is tortum. So tortum is the Latin word where the tort is derived and tort. So first we have to also understand where the tort has originated, where the tort law has find its origin. So tort is not a concept which is Indian. We have taken it from the UK. So it is a European concept. So it has originated from UK and then it came to India. So tort is a type of law which is not codified. Which means that it doesn't contain any type of sections or subsections. It only has as its origins from the case laws. So the tort laws in India, uh, when we are when we are understanding the concept of tort, we have examined the case laws of the countries, various European countries where the tort law is practiced, and especially UK. The main focus of the Indian Constitution drafters was to focus on UK. Now secondly we have to understand the definition of tort. So tort is I want to divide this definition part in two parts. It's because first I have to compare the definition with examine the definition of the why tort is a civil wrong, and secondly I have to compare it with the contracts. And then, so firstly, a tort, we have to keep in mind that tort is a civil wrong. So why tort is a civil wrong, why it is not a criminal wrong? So we have to say that why tort is not a criminal wrong. So we have so guys, to understand this we have to first understand a very famous case law where a Mr. X, which is a random person, he enters randomly to anybody's house. Let's say Mr. A, he is A, and he enters his house and uses his pool. And in this, Mr. A is not actually harmed or actually injured, but the thing is that it is his right of privacy or any type of rights which he used, because his right of usage of his personal property is violated. So here Mr. A is not actually harmed by Mr. X, he is but his right is violated. It is not so. We cannot call it a criminal wrong because he is not actually harmed in this process, but his right is violated, and the duty which is given to Mr. X by the state, it is also violated. So the Mr. X has a duty to give Mr. A the right to enjoy his private property, but he violated his right and he also violated his duty. So we can call a tort a civil wrong, not a criminal wrong. So secondly we have to understand what is the difference between a tort and a crime. So first, the first thing we have to understand that a tort is a civil wrong. So we can only institute a civil case against the person who has committed a tort, but in civil proceedings there is a criminal prosecution instituted against a person who has committed a crime. So we have to understand, and now we the person who against whom the tort is committed is always called a plaintiff, whereas when the crime is always committed against the state. So it is a so it we can also call it, and we can and say that tort is a private wrong, but it is when we commit a crime, we commit an act which is harmful to public at large. So in crime, crime is punishable by the state, and a tort is not punishable by the state because it is a private attack. So thank you. And I also want to differentiate between the contract and the tort, but I have less time, so I can only say that we have to keep one thing in mind, that liquidated. And so first, so in this section I will differentiate that tort? What is tort? मतलब what is tort? We have to differentiate the section, and I need to define the tort again. So tort is a civil wrong in which we get unliquidated damages. Now, what is unliquidated damages? First, we have to understand the meaning of liquidated damages. Liquidated damages is a type of damage in which the damages are predefined. Like in the Contract Act, the damages are predefined. When you enter into a contract and you mention specifically that, okay, and if anything bad goes, oh, so you have to pay me this amount of damages. So here the damages are predefined, and it is called a liquidated damage. And but in tort, or the damages are unliquidated because the damages are not predefined. You don't enter into a contract act with a tort phase. So the damages are not predefined. The damages are always defined by the court. So the basic difference between the contract and the tort is that damages in the contract, the damages are liquidated, and in the tort the damages are unliquidated. So thanks. This is all. Tushar. This is Tushar Jha signing off.